This picture is?
I don't know.
It's really awesome.
Yeah,
I'll show you in a minute.
I've looked at it.
It's a more than dimensional, it's a multi-dimensional picture created by a Native American Indian of the Comanche. No, the tribe was it's in the New Mexico tribe.
Healthy?
Close, but no. Apache. Yeah, it's the Apache. Yeah. He's the one that made that picture. And he's also the one that made this. It's totally amazing what he could do with a paintbrush. Let's see, I need a flashlight. There it is. Welcome to my channel. Rideon Voil, page 4. David was the proud father of 3 children, 2 daughters and a son. The 2 girls were up in their room, where their mother had restricted them until supper time because of a fight they'd just gotten into in the kitchen over who could dress out a certain dolly. They were only a year apart in age, and it was almost nightly occurrence for them to fight, like 2 cornered wildcats over one thing or another. And here we have David talking. We're going to have to settle those 2 down before it gets out of hand again, the father said. Don't know how much more of this dad-burn bickering I can stand, he said as his fist came down on the tabletop with a bang. Janet, who had meanwhile crept back down the stairs from the bedroom and had barely cracked open the kitchen door, with her tiny little hand peeked through the slight opening. Her eyes darted back and forth between the 2 parents as she looked and listened. This is the little girl talking. Martha always starts the arguments, she interjected. I just finished him. and at that she grinned ear to ear at her daddy, half looking at him out of the corners of her downcast eyes. Oh, he bellowed out. Come here, you little wonder, and give your big old daddy a hug before he blows up. He's so full of steam tonight. Oh. She ran up to him and he grabbed her up like a toy and squeezed the little fighting wonder with more than enough love in his heart to fill a bucket. My baby daughter, he uttered into her ear as he gave her one more big squeeze before returning her to the floor. She immediately climbed up on her high chair, spoon in hand, and was preparing to eat supper sitting next to Daddy. She immediately climbed up in her high chair, spoon in hand, and was preparing to eat supper sitting next to Daddy. But when Sister Martha had made her way down the ship's style stairway and then entered the kitchen, it was only seconds until she had pulled her high chair, up next to Daddy on his other more important side. It wasn't long before another fight ensued. This one over which one had received the bigger serving. And this is the little girl talking, screaming. Mama, she got more than me. One of them cried. David just laughed at times, and at others he kept a smile just beneath the surface, ready to bestow upon one of the girls at any given moment. The family had fresh elk meat for supper, cooked to a tenderness and taste that only wild game meat can have. Corn on the cob and green beans were the side dishes, and store-bought ice cream was dipped onto each plate before dessert after the main courses were completely eaten. After dinner, the family retired to the living room area, where a fire that Rick had set a few minutes before had heated the room nicely. The two girls played jump rope over in front of the fireplace, while Rick and his father and mother chatted over on the couch. Only books were on the shelf of this family room. The Allen family were Quakers by birth, and as a rule, much opposed to some of the modern day conveniences, such as radios, televisions, sets, although movies were sometimes allowed during the holiday season. Rick didn't agree with his parents' ways. They were hard, he thought, but he knew that his life was only beginning compared to his parents' lives. So if they thought he ought not to do something, he obeyed in deference to their maturity. He thought they surely must know best, so he seldom challenged their authority. Oh. Well, so far he sounds like a butt leg. But that was page 4 of Rideon Voil. And I think that's about all I can read. I can play more. How'd you like it?
Thought you did a good job on it.
All right. Hey, all right. You mind shutting it down?
Oh. No,
Yeah, I'm finished with that.
she thank him.
Thank you for being a wonderful guest. See you next time. Bye bye. Oh, sweetie, it's right there. We're still alive.
Okay.
And I think you say yes or something.